What's going on, rock stars? This is Dwayne out here at the Platinum Music Complex out here in North Richland Hills. Today on the show, we got Maddox Messer.
When we started Messer, it wasn't like let's just get together and write some songs and jam it out. There was like a bigger notion that we had, specifically myself and then our producer Chad Gendison, who's essentially my partner with Messer production. We write, produce, do all of the production. We wanted to write songs that had good positive messages. We understood the power of music and songwriting, and we wanted to write songs from our perspective rather than our perception.
Okay.
So with that in mind, we always were thinking of ourselves as the fan, outside of ourselves, right? That's what that means, right? So we were thinking of the much, much larger picture, which we knew we were into, like 369, numbers and frequencies, and we knew how if we use certain frequencies, we could evoke certain emotions and feelings, and we put all of that into
So you guys went pretty deep into the writing.
We went very deep into the
awesome,
writing.
dude.
But in the beginning, it was just like there was nobody there telling us that we couldn't do it because we were doing whatever we wanted to do. It was our time and our money being invested in this. We could do whatever we wanted to do. But in the beginning, I thought, we're going to get a record deal still. You know what I mean? I was that naive that I thought somebody was going to come down here and just whisk us away to LA, because that's what happened to Derek when he got signed, you know what I mean? Back in the early 90s with his band. And they went and, limousines to and from, steak dinners in LA. It was a whole thing, you know what I mean? And we were kind of, it was kind of naive, really hopeful, I guess, at best. But going back to that time, it's like, we need to do something that's undeniable. So we needed to remove every note of the equation. We looked around ourselves and we thought, there ain't a fucking phenom in the one of us. There ain't nobody who would put the word phenom in front of anything. There's nobody in this band you would say virtuoso anything. It was just like a bunch of regular dudes.
But what's cool about y'all's band though, with you saying that, because I've seen it in other bands too. But when you get that, you got that chemistry.
Yeah.
And man, that's a game changer.
Chemistry is everything, and I
Absolutely.
think that for us, and I'll be honest with you, man. We're older dudes, and I think even where everybody was saying, you guys are too old for this, we were like, oh no, we're the right age for this because
Absolutely.
Because we have wisdom and we have this experience. No way could I have put this band together in my 20s.
Right.
And no, I had too much ego.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had way too much ego in my 20s. It was my way or the highway.
Well, then the actual maturity of your songwriting. And I hate to, everybody knows I'm a Van Halen fan, so I hate to keep bringing this up, but people want to compare the David Lee Roth eras to the Sammy Hagar eras. Dude, they were kids when they were writing with David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, they wrote much better music with Sammy Hagar. Dude, of course they did. They were 20, 30 years older.
Yeah.
If they wasn't writing better music, they should have quit.
Yeah. Again, I couldn't have done this in my 20s. I couldn't have looked at the other dudes in my 20-year-old guys and say, hey guys, if we really just put our minds to the same, if we all just focused on the same thing and had this one thing in mind, we could really do something crazy. They'd have looked at me like I'm the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's different now when when everybody has you're on the same page. It's like being on the same page, but we all know the intention behind every note we're playing.
There you go. So I would like to touch on, I don't think Matthew will mind us talking about this at all, but so you're helping Matthew JC with his project. He's been doing it for years now with the JC All Stars. So they just did one over in Ireland.
Yep.
So what they're doing is they're taking these vets and some songwriters and they're taking them on these little camps and they're writing music. But I want to let anybody know that's out there that's in a financial position, man, so into this, so into what they're doing. It's amazing. You can just go up and look at what is it? Yeah, JC All Stars.
Operation Rock the Troops.
Operation Rock the Troops. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see that there, and you'll see the
you can donate and help get these veterans sent to these camps with these musicians, and they just got back from Nashville, taking these guys out there to record and stuff. So
yeah,
thank
you, and thank you for that. Yeah, by all means, the charity is worthy. The stories themselves are so powerful. And if I hadn't seen it and experienced it with my own two eyes, you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, bullshit, you know what I mean? But to see I can't really relate because I didn't go to war. I couldn't sign up. I would not. It's not in me. But I have so much respect for those who make that ultimate sacrifice. And to see like these big men, strong, well-trained men, just like in tears and hear their stories of what they've seen. Like
and that's the beauty of what you guys are doing with Rock the Troops and stuff, and being able to talk about this, because most people, when they listen to music, they're like, they look at musicians and say, oh man, these guys just party, they do this, they do that. And so why are you doing it?
Yeah.
What are you gaining from this? It's not just getting out there to have a good time and going out and partying and meeting people. No. And it's much deeper than that. So it's cool that you're being able to share this story.
Thank you for that. The song, and this kind of we're jumping ahead now around a little bit, go back from, we're talking about how complex and how much I was putting into the music. Now we're kind of fast forward, and the music bed is more of just like, it could be anything now, really. You know what I mean? It's now it's like, it's all in the voice, and it's all in the authenticity of the singer delivering the song. You know what I mean? The music essentially can be anything at this point. Anytime I was a kid that gets a toy, like first thing I want to do is, well, let's take this thing apart, figure out how it works.
That was me.
You know what I mean? So naturally, when I got exposed to music at a young age, it was like, well, we got to take this shit apart, figure out how this works.
There you go. Yeah, you guys been putting out some good stuff, though.
We have been. Thank you so much for that. I'm very proud of all of that. But this next video, I filmed it on my iPhone.
Really?
Yeah. We did it all in about 2 hours. It wasn't like we didn't put time and thought. We put time and thought into it. The time and thought was like, we're going to go down here. We're going to make this video. It's going to be a one shot. We're never going to cut the camera away ever. We're going to just one shot this whole video, and that way there's no editing. And
really,
and that's it. Yeah,
dude, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so it's cool, and the beauty behind it is that I've realized that whether I spend $10,000 to make a music video or $1,000 to make a music video, the same amount of people are gonna see it. So
this is true.
That doesn't really matter. But there. Couple songs that we have coming up. I really we've been saving up because we want to do some nice videos for these songs, because they're songs with purpose, and I think they deserve the visuals.
That's very cool, man.
Plus, it's just fun.
Well, I want to take the time, if you want to let everybody know where they can reach you guys, some of your platforms, social media.
Yeah, I think they can find us everywhere at Messer Band on all the social platforms. Messer Rocks on the TikTok, which we are active TikTokers, so go follow us on the TikToky.
So you guys get out. No matter what city you're in, go support the local music. Hey, we want to thank Max for coming out today. It's been awesome.
Yeah, man.
I do want to do another show. We're going to go over some other stuff.
Yeah, we'll do like 10 more shows. We'll be back. We'll be right back.
But hey, we want to thank you guys for joining us here today on a Platinum Podcast here. And let's talk music.
And we're out.
Sometimes I wake up lonely, reaching out for your hand, searching through my bed sheets, excavation in the sand. Had a long night in Paris and a long day in Amsterdam, a long way from home, but I can still hear the fan.